Okay, so there are more than one objectives to this. I need the cabbage, which is what I found, the onion, which is, I guess, what I'm finding next, and a flowery fungus. Okay. I'll have to go into the Wayward Woods to collect the other two, I guess. Anyway, going to go look at what I can find over here now. As I was saying, once you can find like the big main roads, in a like an interstate highway or whatever, and if you know how to get home from there, you're good. Boy, I expected that to turn into more of a story, but it's really not a very complicated idea now that I say it out loud. Anyway, do I have to fish here? Do I have to fight some monsters? Do I have to look at that travelogue to see what the description of this quest is? I do like that. I have to actually do things even after I find the quest monsters. It sounds like it sounds like I've just got to beat stuff up. Maybe I've got to lure some things in. Maybe I've got to lure some things in with bait. Let me try using bait. I have fish bait, don't I? Or at least aquatic bait. Fresh fish. Aquatic monsters. No? I mean, I don't want to waste it. Let me see if I can actually get into a fight. And get into a multi-battle. Hello. Okay, that was a chain of 4 battles, and I get a 1.6 times multiplier from that. Not bad. Gloria learns Healaga, which is the super powered red mage healing move. All right, not bad. Is that gonna be it for the quest? Is that all I actually have to do? Do I have to just fight a bunch of monsters? Wow, 11 of. I guess so. All right, you know what? Since I'm here. And since I'm apparently, like... I've still got the bait on me. That didn't wear off after one battle, which is cool. You. Greetings. Can I do this now? I know you're one of the monsters that have... There's of special abilities that I've found more recently, but... Am I actually going to be able to do this fight? Let me... slow down. Let me heal, because God knows I need to heal. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit everyone. Whatever. Adele has use for that. And Elvis died. Whatever. Miscellany, examine. Alright, 149,000. I am going to come back to this later. Very glad I can always flee from these things. And now I'm just gonna... Now I'm gonna go back to town and fill in the one. And also heal, because I need to heal. Alright, here you are. I have to say, chaining together battles like that is kind of fun. Anyway, what's that? What kind of fish can you catch there? Well, now, it's a lot of whales, mainly. Massive, great big ones. Oh, and sharks, but you have to watch out for walruses and polar bears if you want to catch anything. What's that? That little lot sounds scarier than monsters? Don't be silly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, something tells me that you're just pulling your leg. But we've filled in that quest. There is the remaining matter, the one remaining matter of the whatever the stuff I'm supposed to collect in the woods. And I will go and do that now. And this will be the last quest that I do for now before continuing on with the main story. I see a treasure chest over here. And if I can move the camera to see it, I just ran past that. I know there are still 3 left on the overworld, but that one there is just out in the open, and I did not get it. Let me actually try and run over there to grab it. There's the camera in the overworld in this game is not the easiest to use. You can always, as far as I know, you can always rotate it, but moving it up and down is a little bit of something you can't really rely on doing in all locations. Like, for example, here I can move up and down much more than I could just not a very long distance away. And that does make it a little bit hard to see the entire area sometimes. Anyway, back into the Wayward Woods we go. And... No, don't. Again, this is another problem. Like, I feel like when I go through a door, I should be like facing upwards. I should be able to just hold my finger upwards on the control stick and run in that direction and expect that to be what I want to do. But here, if I were to do that, I would be popping out right back into the Snowlands. And there is, except for the fog, at least this place has fog. Some of the other dungeons don't even have that. They don't even have that as an indication as to which way is forward and which way is back through the door that you just came through, but that annoys me. That's a very minor thing that could have been solved in a lot of ways, including but not limited to just not starting the camera out in this position, or not having the exit ever be horizontal or vertical, or can I go around this without getting into a fight, or anything of that matter. But here we are, Hinderlands. There's been a couple dungeons in this game that fall victim to that problem, mostly the zones between areas. Alright, so I see there are 2 treasure chests left in this Wayward Woods here. I ran a good portion of the way back on foot before I realized that the quest pin is pointing to, like, way back at the beginning of the game, and it would have been much easier just to fast travel to Halcyona and come wherever. Alright. So we are back here in Hydrangea Hills, a place which took me a very long time to actually learn the name of, but now that it's a great name. It's exactly what it looks like, and hydrangeas are nice flowers, and these are nice flowers, and it all works out. Alright, anyway, it looks like I still do not know if I've been told that there's going to be a boss in this part of the game, in this dungeon, much later on. I think it said, like, Chapter 6. That is a moon onion, and I need one more item, one more food item. I don't know what it is. But I look forward to coming back here. I look forward to whatever I might have to fight here. It's, probably boost all stats based on the number of jobs mastered. Yeah, that's one that I'm looking forward to using, kind of. I don't know if that's only active if I'm using the freelancer, though, isn't it? So maybe it's probably not that good. I guess it would, the freelancer, if I use a level 12 freelancer, how good it is would depend heavily on, where am I looking for? On what my sub job is. And I'm going back to Wiswald. Okay, I don't know why the game took me in this order, but see you in Wiswald. Oh, you know what? Okay. There are quests on the overworld, and they're sort of hard to find sometimes, but there's this guy who's standing here. Where am I going? Back to town. Okay, I'm going back to town anyway, because I'll need to fast travel from there, but I will let you borrow a lantern. Alright, so it appears that we are looking for, I guess, is this like the castle? Have I been up here? I don't remember this place very well. Sir. The fool set off to make his investigations without his lantern. I don't believe it. Alright. Well, I go and bring it back to him, and I see that there's a treasure chest in here. I don't think I've actually been in here. There's another quest. There are 2 quests. Alright. Seasoning. I need to collect some springs of molly trefoil, which sounds like something that I'll be getting from either cutting down trees or beating up monsters. And the king has something for us.
Ah, you've arrived just in time.
In time for what? I was just about to tell Princess Gloria about my first ever encounter with Sir Sloane.
Yes. You'll want to hear the story too.
Sure, if that's okay.
Of course it is.
Sir Sloane and I first met over half a century ago. Foolish boy that I was, I had stolen out of the castle unaccompanied and become the target of a roving assassin. I would have certainly been killed had Sir Sloane not appeared at just the right moment and saved me from an untimely death. As a token of my gratitude, I invited him to come and stay with me here at the palace. During his time here, he told me countless tales of his travels to far-off lands. I was spellbound. And then there was his swordplay, his sense of honor, his dedication to truth and justice. Truly, we have lost a great man. I have decided I must visit his grave. But no.
What is it, Your Majesty?
I cannot go to his final resting place empty-handed. I must offer a tribute of snow lilies. They held a special significance for my old friend. Alas, they only grow on the shore of a certain lake north of here. A lake inhabited by a vicious monster.
You must let me go and fetch some for you, Your Majesty.
Oh, but Your Highness, it is far too dangerous for anyone to venture there alone. No, I shall command a deployment of troops to come.
I'll come with you. I mean, it's pretty clear no one's gonna talk you out of going. And besides, I'd like to pay my respects too. I'm gonna need some flowers of my own.
Thank you.
It seems you are both determined to go. Very well. But I would ask that you take care. You must not take any unnecessary risks, Your Highness.
Alright. I'm wondering, there are, I'm probably not going to be able to find every side quest in the game. But it seems like maybe I said something not too long ago about like maybe there weren't any more side quests in Halcyon because I've progressed a couple more story chapters and nothing has shown up. Maybe they're just in the castle, or something like that. It's not like you see those blue clouds indicating quests when you when they're in another building. So just like that, I've got like 3 more that I've got to do. Let me first take the lantern back to the guy on the hill, and after that I'll look at the other things that I need to collect. I should probably find the cooking ingredients first, because that person asked me a long time ago, and they're probably waiting, and they're probably getting impatient, and they probably want to eat their lunch, you know? Alrighty then. You, don't forget your lantern at home next time. You're just as bad as the guy who went off into the ruins without his lunch or whatever it was in Savalon. Alright, with my light at my side, I shall have no trouble discharging my duties. So that's that. That is 1 star out of 10 in terms of difficulty. I agree. Next, I do need to go to Wiswold. Hang on, wait. Alright, fine. We'll keep the guy waiting for his lunch even longer. Is the other quest pin... Alright, that is in Hydrangea Hills, apparently. I need to go collect some moonflowers or whatever he called them. And, I would not be surprised if those can be found in Hydrangea Hills. Alright, here's one. If I can get close enough, come on. Close enough. That is a motley trefoil. Oh no, this is some different quest, apparently. I think. That's 2. Presentation is everything. And 3. Can I go back to town now? Who was it that wanted that one? Was that the king, or was that... Maybe... Okay, is the other one in here? The other one's in here too. Okay, so it's a good thing that I checked the quest log before I left. Okay. Confusing myself. Up here. And... Alright, no, I need to go to the very back of this dungeon. Which I think is, this is probably going to be on that... Like, on that little plateau. Which is, like, suspiciously empty or something, right? Probably. Is this where I'm going to be fighting the boss or something? I guess that's a yes.
Yes?
Well,
Yes? What?
never mind.
What was he about to say? I'm not sure what that might have been about. Anyway, so we're gonna be fighting a ribbit. This is gonna be a, I guess, an optional boss of sorts. Let us go through the whole routine of defaulting. And let us go through Adele's routine of viewing your specs. That is... I don't know how long ago I could have done this. Oh, that is nothing. That is 6,000 damage. I probably could have done this a very long time ago. I know I've really never been inside the castle before now. Can I end this in, like, 1 turn? 2,000. This will be over in 3 turns. And thank you and good night. Alright, Ribbit. So, I probably could have done this way back at the beginning of the game. Probably, like, at least chapter 2 or 3. Not too long after Sir Sloan himself actually went down. But anyway, we are going to be getting flowers?
Ah, here we are.
I can see how they got their name. They're as white as fresh snow.
Well, we have what we came for. Shall we head back to the palace?
Snow lilies have been obtained, and was it too much to hope that we were going to just teleport back to the palace? Yeah. Alright, I will see you at the end. Or we can beat up this thing over here. Let's do this. Alright, this is another one of the special monsters of whatever kind that I said I might come back for at some point. You have 13,000 HP, but I think you had a lot of defense. I think I was doing like 10 and 20 damage to you when I tried hitting you the first time around. So let me just stab you with my spear just to get a beat on this. And oh wow. All right. Dragon Friend is doing a lot.
Here I go.
What are you weak to? You're weak to electric. Nothing that I can really do, so I guess I'll just, you know, Aurora, Stonera, one of those is gonna do damage, right? You probably won't be absorbing both of them. You are weak, you're absorbing wind, and you are taking half damage from Earth. Okay, so Gloria, maybe next time. I suppose there's always the matter of the Dragoon. I can try and stab you with this one. You're weak to electric. I can try to stab you with this one. One. Alright, this is gonna make quick work of you. I do not foresee this being a very long fight. I don't know if there's any benefit to doing this. I know I've been collecting those mermaid adamantine whatever scales or whatever. You have just a little bit of HP left. I can probably, maybe I can finish you out with Elvis even. But I'm sure that I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything with those scales, but I will not say no to the experience and job points and all that. Alright. And Fiery Breath, thank you. Thank you, Dragon Buddy. And that is going to be it for this thing. Not the greatest rewards. Adele did gain Freelancer level 11. 210 job points isn't nothing. And the actual experience isn't nothing either. Now back to town. Alright, so we are here in the castle, and first I'm going to turn in the flowers that the one lady wanted. Alright, you can have that. And they're going to be getting some job point orbs. And the king.
Ah, there you are, and in one piece.
The monster is gone. And we brought you your snow lilies.
You did? Goodness me. I can't thank you enough. We will depart for Sir Sloane's grave right away. When I close my eyes, it all comes back to me so vividly. I can see the events of half a century ago as if they happened only yesterday. Sir Sloane once told me that he gave snow lilies to his wife on the day that he asked her to marry him.
He never mentioned that to me.
I somewhat doubt that he ever meant to let it slip at all. It was the only time I ever saw him blush. Hard to imagine, no?
You okay, Gloria?
Yes. I was just thinking about what snow lilies are supposed to symbolize. Returning to a loved one. They wouldn't be my first choice for a marriage proposal.
Perhaps not, but you must understand at that time, Sir Sloane's knightly duties often took him away from home for months on end. His beloved, alas, was not physically strong enough to accompany him, and she never would be. Given the circumstances, one can see why he might wish to assure his future wife that though he wandered, he would always come home to her, and assure her it did. She would have waited until the end of time and beyond, certain in her heart of his eventual return. And then, at last, he returned once and for all. And here they lie, together for eternity.
Sir Sloane rarely spoke of his wife during our time together. But he did tell me that she had passed away while she was still young. And that they had loved one another very much.
An understatement. Many's the time I felt envious of their bond. But I had better be getting back. Will you be accompanying me, Your Highness?
I think I'll stay a little longer.
I understand.
Alright, that was shorter than I was expecting it to be, actually, but we've got a wind talisman, and we've got a party chat to read. Vernon the Lionheart. Not a reference to anything in real-life history or anything at all, I'm sure. Tell me about King Vernon, Gloria. His Majesty, well, for one thing, he's a warrior of great skill, famed for his courage on the battlefield. There was a time a few years ago when a gang of bandits appeared in Halcyon. He took up the sword and set straight out to face them himself, all 30 of them. Boy, that's some combat multiplier. That's what you look for in a leader, eh? Someone who's not afraid to put their life on the line and lead from the front. I can just imagine it, you know, old Vernon heading out to save his kingdom single-handed. And I bet he'd do exactly the same if it happened again today. He's not a guy who you'd want to mess with. You can tell he's a bit handy, eh? Oh, I can tell alright. Call it a mercenary's intuition. You learn to size people up pretty quickly in this job. Aye, and Sir Sloan must have seen something in him too, eh? Guess you warrior types really can't sniff each other out. Alright. Oh no, wait, there's a treasure chest in there that I still have not opened. Was that like a lock? Hang on, no wait, go back in there. Oh no, that's just, for some reason I thought there was like a lock on the treasure chest. Nope. Pilgrim's hat obtained. Alright, let me, finally go back to wherever it is I need to go back to. And, find the rest of the cooking ingredients. Alright, so here I am in the dungeon where I went to fight Lily earlier. And... alright, I can take the teleporter straight to the end, and it appears that the thing that I'm looking for is right here. That is a flowery fungus. That was the last one, and I think I need to go back to Rheimdall now. Alright, let's do this. Alright, oh, here you are. You're right here. I have your stuff. You brought all the bits? That's lovely. Right, let's get to work on the greatest stew the world's ever seen, huh? That's a bubble and boil double... What was it? I started doing the Shakespeare Macbeth witches thing. God, now that I'm trying to remember it, I can't remember it at all. Anyway, so you've got yourself some snow cabbage. I've got myself a carving knife. And... alright, that is it for the side quests that are not named... gambling. B&D. Black and Decker. Who is it? Shirley. That's her name. I will still do that later. Anyway... I am going to stop recording for today, and I am going to probably take on the Archbishop in the next imminently. Whether or not that turns into another video or just a continuation of this one, the next recording session at any rate. Alright, this is the end of the video. Pretend I'm doing a sign-off, otherwise, well, it'll just be an awkward cut in the middle. Alright, you know what? We're not quite done yet. In anticipation of another boss battle, Adele has now been switched back to the Bard. I was leveling the Bard a while ago, back in the, like, the Sandswept Ruins dungeon a long time ago. And then, no, it had to have been after that, because that's when I won the Bard. But, I'm going to put her back on that. She's level 9, so we're not getting off to a cold start, which is probably important for a boss fight. And she's also, Elvis is very much about, like, debuffing foes, and Adele is very much about buffing my friends. And I sort of like that. At least I think I like that. I like the idea of that. We'll see how well it works out in practice. But I've also picked up quite a few abilities since the last time I looked at my abilities, so I'm just going to go read through these now. Sonic Thrust. We've seen a lot of the attacks that the Dragoon has. Suffer and Silence. I haven't used this one yet, but from a physical attack that's extremely effective on silence targets. Do you have some equipables as well? Comeback Kid, which is all status ailments will be automatically removed after battle. So will HP and MP too, that's interesting. Oh no, that's at the end of every turn. Every 2 turns. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I like that, but that's very interesting. Performs jump on a random enemy at 0 cost as soon as the battle starts. I will equip that. Mug isn't very useful to me now, right? Yeah, I don't... Mug isn't very useful to me. You can have Sky High. The Red Mage, Hilaga, is 3,000 HP to a target. Taming, off the chain. Yes. We've learned what that one does. And the Red Mage, you have learned some abilities. Revenge. 25% chance the user's BP will increase by 1 when attacked. That's not bad. I'll keep NP Saver on. I keep Beast Whisperer on for now. Alright, I won't equip that now, but maybe later. Maybe when if I put her on like the Shield Master or something, I will put that one on. Artistry. Kiaro is a light magic. Okay. I have a light magic attack on Elvis. And Adele, black magic. No new abilities here. Thundaga, you have just learned. We know all about that one. Alright. Adele is now the bard.